and welcome everyone to the America Saves for Young Workers National Youth Advisory Council Town Hall. Today we will be discussing what the Youth Advisory Council does, who we're looking for, and why you should join. Amelia's going to discuss what America Saves for Youth Workers does.
Thanks, Imani. America Saves is a national campaign that motivates and encourages people, particularly those who are financially vulnerable, to save effectively in order to reduce debt and build wealth. Whether you're trying to save the first $500 of your emergency fund or contribute for a more comfortable retirement, we provide the support for savers to reach their goals. And in order to specifically support young adult savers, we manage America Saves for Young Workers. It's a program that supports and motivates young workers to own an account and use direct deposit to save part of their pay. We're creating and hosting the National Youth Advisory Council to discuss financial barriers for youth and young adults, to have you help us create marketing materials, and to plan and implement methods to educate others.
Okay, thank you. So the National Youth Advisory Council provides us young adults with a platform to create and share financial literacy content that can help achieve financial stability, especially for those who are underbanked or are never taught how to manage their money.
It's our chance to have a voice to change the world and help America Saves with its financial messaging.
The Council acts as a community where we can come together to learn about and discuss financial topics. And then once we've acquainted ourselves with financial vocabulary.
When we have access to financial literacy, we are more autonomous. If we have more resources, we can do more things that will help our future. Financial literacy is a tool for empowerment. Saving may seem uninteresting, but it has a lot of important implications, such as college and etc.
So, broadly put, the National Youth Advisory Council is for young adults who want to have their voices heard, contribute to financial empowerment, and build savings nationwide. The goal of the Council is to advance the field of youth financial capability. So, how will we do that? We will discuss financial barriers for youth and young adults and plan and implement methods to educate others, such as planning events, creating marketing materials like videos and posters, and posting on social media. We will also advise America Saves for young workers on their advertisements, social media platforms, and other means of communication. With the Council's many aspects, members have the opportunity to work in various roles and will develop hard and soft skills that will prepare them for the workforce, so you don't just have to be interested in finance. Now we're going to turn it over to Blake, who's going to give us an overview of the logistics of the Council, so you have an idea of what it's going to look like.
Thank you, Zoe.
But don't mute yourself.
Thank you, Zoe. NYAC is made up of young adults ages 14 to 24 with diverse skills and interests such as marketing, communications, financial literacy, and creative development. The council is divided into two tracks, high school and post-high school. The high school track meets 12 times a year on the second Sunday of each month at 6 p.m. Central Time. The post-high school track also meets 12 times a year, but the dates and times for these meetings are to be determined. And you do not have to be enrolled in college to be on the post-high school council. Some different projects that you'll work on as a part of the council include savings advocates, content creation, communications, and financial literacy. Savings advocates are in charge of promoting the council by speaking at places like high schools, colleges, and public libraries. Since we can't have physical events during the pandemic, advocates will also host online meetings and informational sessions for people interested in joining the council. Content creators will make videos, digital posters, artwork, and posts for the America Saves social media site and the NYAC social media site. Skills utilized for these projects include graphic design, Photoshop, and/or video editing. The communications projects include organizing and planning events like Zoom meetings for discussing tips for saving money or basic personal finance classes. They will also help to recruit people to these events and are in charge of determining key financial messages to be communicated to the other groups for projects. The financial literacy projects are for members interested in with interest in background of finance, financial education, or anything money related. If you're interested but don't know that much, don't worry, we'll teach you. So if you have experience or interest in any of those areas, Melanie is going to walk you through how to apply.
Thank you, Blake. To apply, you have to complete an online application and attach a resume. We have a template for you. It includes statement of interest, which is to convey your personality and summarize what you'll bring to the National Youth Advisory Council. For example, an ambitious and detail-oriented student who fuses her love of eating and cooking into addressing food insecurity in the community. For work experience, what we mean by make sure they're in a consistent form. Don't switch between past tense and current tense. For positions that you're no longer in, use past tense. For current positions, use current tense only. Active voice is I planned this event. Passive voice is this event was planned by me. Also include your social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. Make sure that you feel comfortable sharing this account and it has to be appropriate. This is optional for you to use, but if you have another resume, you can use that one instead.
This program values diversity in all senses, and specific work experience or financial knowledge isn't required. Just to reiterate, we are interested in people with marketing, communications, financial literacy, and creative skills. Use your resume as a tool to display your unique work experience or skills if your experience is unconventional. Does anyone have any questions?
It looks like we have a few questions. Question is, why should I join the National Youth Advisory Council? What difference can youth really make? Maybe Amani, you could start by answering this, and then Zoe, you could also give an answer to this question.
Well, as youth, we have the opportunity to educate other youth. I feel like it's very short-sighted to say that you shouldn't have an own stake in their own finances. I feel like if you want to be autonomous, you want to have the freedom to do whatever you wish with your money, you have to know how to organize it. And some people need money for family reasons, some for college, some for leisure. So there's going to be in some point in your life you're going to have to use money. So you might as well have someone your age who's a peer teaching you how to use it so that it's more understandable.
Yeah, very well said. I completely agree. The youth of our nation are the people that are most affected by financial literacy and the people that need to know how to handle their money in order for their futures to be successful in whatever aspect that they want it to be. And this is a great chance for not only members within the council to learn themselves about how to save and why it's important and different financial tools for life, but also to, act as a platform to tell others how to do this and how to use their money. And it's kind of like, it's a valuable thing to work toward, really important thing to be a part of.
Why should I join the council? It sounds like it might be kind of boring. Are we only going to be talking about financial things?
No, so it's definitely not boring. There's a lot of things you can do. Like I mentioned, the different projects, but mainly we need your voice as a young person, a young worker, and someone who shares the same concerns about saving money and needs to learn the things that are very important to be financially stable. So to answer your question, it's definitely not going to be boring, and it's very useful for your future.
Imani, what about you? Do you think that the person is understanding fully what the council will do if they think that it will just be talking about financial things?
I think it's not strictly talking about financial things because the way you market things is inherently creative. So just the idea of making content, figuring out who's watching that content, that takes a lot of critical thinking skills. And like you can join the council and be a photographer and help with social media posts. There are different ways that you can fit in whatever your special skill set is. and also the council is what you make of it. You guys will be coming up with projects yourself. So if you don't want to do anything boring, make sure you propose a really cool project that relates to financial literacy that isn't boring. It's all what you make it.
Thank you, everyone. Well, that was our informational session on what the National Youth Advisory Council is and how to apply. We will be posting these resources along with this recording so that you can always access the resume template that Melanie walked you through, and you can see the deadlines that were mentioned throughout. Everyone have a great evening, and thank you for joining us.